Hello, good people. This is Sarah Poet. This is October 7th, and here we are for another grid work session for Asheville. So wait for a few folks to join us. Where two or more are gathered, we have collective consciousness, and that is a wonderful, beautiful thing. So if you are here live or here watching in the future, we're going to start as always. Hey, Elise, thank you for joining. We are going to start by anchoring our feet in the soil. Hello, Maria. So you can begin by regulating your breath while you imagine your bare feet, opening in connection with the earth in the place that you are. So regulating the breath, regulating this connection. I'm just opening to be a conduit. Hi, Lisa. Opening to be a conduit for this unified frequency that just wants to bless, this entire space, region, earth, situation, each and every one of us. So wonderful. Thank you all for gathering here. So beautiful to be with you. I was just tuning in to the field prior to going live, and also in reflection of yesterday's video, that we really want to stabilize in ourselves and our sovereign field, and then work with the intention of stabilizing the field here, in Asheville and the surrounding areas. And what this is, what we're doing, you would call it grid work, earth work, energy work, right? Hi, Laurel, thank you for being here. But this is helping to stabilize the unified field of creation that holds this space, which is very, very important at this time, because regardless of exactly what caused these events, there are always positive and negative frequency beings, low frequency, but also high frequency. There are high frequency negative beings. And so this is always at play. And so again, it does very little good, in my current opinion, to go down the road of what kind of conspiracy theory this, I'm calling it that. I know that some of those are also real. But that is not a good use of our energy right now, because the field has taken a hit. It has taken a major hit. And we want to help stabilize that and claim our sovereignty and the earth's sovereignty and the sacred land sovereignty, all of the water, all of the elements. Claim that sovereignty in the name of the unified God, Mother, Father, God, the unified, you could call that Christ consciousness, oneness, those things. Okay? So here we are, and we are gathered. We're going to begin finding the breath in the body, please. Thank you. I'm feeling us gather together in the field. This is really beautiful. Like those that are here live, those that will find this video. And so we gather in sacred space, and we gather in the name of the unified Mother, Father, God force, the Christos Sophia, in the name of sovereignty and love and oneness in each of us, in this earth and across this earth, right? Because all of these grids are connected. So Asheville and the surrounding area is a very, very high frequency hub, and that would attract, those that want to take from the energy that's cultivated here, but it will not stand, because love and the frequency of the heart is what connects the unified crystalline, gold frequency grids. And so that's what we're remembering now, and that's just what we're taking some time for here as sovereign beings to gather and to intend that for this entire field, this entire time and space. So feeling your feet on the soil as if you have bare feet open to sacred land. You can imagine this. This is a lot of imagining. That's why I close my eyes to see, right? Seeing into these other fields, other spaces. And so we say, hello, good soil. Hello, good place. This place where you live now. This is what you're connecting to. I am here. I am here. That I am comes from your source connection down and through your physical being, through your central channel, and the here goes down and into the center of the earth, meeting the crystal heart, the crystal star of the earth. I am here. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Carolyn. Welcome. So we're going to utilize Lisa Renee's 12-dimensional shield here before we begin, because individual sovereignty is very important as we enter into the field, given all that's happening. So please imagine a platinum Merkaba in the center of your head. It's a unified force in the center of your head. And then allow this platinum Merkaba to travel down your body, through the central channel of your body, out the base of your body, through the space between your feet, and into the earth. And this platinum Merkaba travels to meet the crystal heart of the earth, the center of the earth. And as we do this together, where two or more are gathered, this is very powerful already. This mutual intention as we all do this together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this. And so allow that Merkaba to sync up with that crystal heart of the planet, and feel that platinum frequency also emanating from that crystal star in the center of the planet, and begin to receive that energy back up and through your body, your being, all of the layers and the levels of your own energy field. Just receive it. Feel the power of it. And what we're doing here today, good people, we're all sovereign, we're all joining together. I'm reading the field and I'm reading the collective energy in the field. And so I might help that, this field is held by Mother, Father, God. So I am not doing anything to your energy, right? This is very important, for the new earth and for where we're going. Hello, Christina. Hello, Jennifer. So, it's not as though anyone else is manipulating your energy. That's not what this is. This is sovereign beings gathering together, all doing this, and then creating a field where this is held, and it's quite powerful in that. So your active participation, I know that you know this because you're here doing it, but your active participation and intention and holding the intention is creating a stronger field together. Hey, Stephanie, thanks for being here. So, all right, where were we? We were in this platinum core of the earth, right? So now I want you to bring that Merkaba back up, collecting that energy back up. And the Merkaba stops a foot or so beneath your feet in connection with the planet as well, and it begins to spin. We're setting up the 12-dimensional shield right now. It begins to spin, and it spins out like this platinum disc, okay, 12-dimensional energy platinum disc, and then it goes wider than your body by about a foot or so on all sides, and then as it spins out, it creates momentum, and it begins to rise up and around your body, surrounding your body on all sides, raising up, and you can feel that layer of protection coming up and around your body, claiming it now, and it rises to a height of about 2 to 3 feet above your head. Then go back to the center where that Merkaba started to spin. Bring that up the center of your body, out through the center of your head and the top of your head to that height of the cylinder that's formed around you. And again, it begins to spin this platinum 12th dimensional energy, and it becomes like the roof of your 12th dimensional shield. And that automatically, if you're traveling with me here in these videos during these days, you just, like, as we do this, it just clears out negative energy. So we're building a really strong field today because we're going to do this for the land as well, or with the land as well. Okay, so now send that Merkaba up to the source connection. So it travels up through this like multi-dimensional space of your central channel. You can envision 8th dimensional, 9th dimensional, 10th dimensional, chakra, whatever you call them, right? 12th, and then we get to source connection, these source fields, and beyond that, it's like these Rishik fields, and we connect into that truth of who we are as that multi-dimensional source connected being. So now, good people, feel that stabilization in that protected field that you have created here and now for yourself. And stabilize in that, taking a few breaths. Actually, I assume that you can hear me okay because you're all here, but I have these Bluetooth headphones on. Could you just, like, somebody tell me if you can actually hear me clearly on here? I didn't test it before I got on. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Christine. Got it. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so beautiful. So we're gathered. We are in our own 12th dimensional shield, protected space, and we're going to call on the guardians of truth, of unity, these guardians that help anchor these sovereign grid networks on the planet. And we call on the protection for this entire space as we now begin to attune our attention to the field. And when I say this field, what we're doing is you might like imagine that you can see the entire region here of Asheville and surrounding areas. Like if you've seen a map of where the storm hit, I want you to see that, but we're also incorporating like seeing the earth as well. So we'll see where we're taken today, but it's like the above and the below. It's like what's on top of the earth and also the mirror of what's in the earth. And we want to hold all of that in our intention for the sovereignty of like this space and the restoration of the grids in this space. We want to hold all of that because as we were talking about yesterday, the space in the earth, like the body, the feminine, the matter, the mother, right? It has been like neglected and even outside of our spiritual awareness. And that is detrimental to like our true sovereignty. We have to include these grids inside of like the living creational matrix of Earth. So we're learning that now. Thank goodness. Okay, so what we want to do is like hold that area in our mind's eye, and you can imagine just like a protective shield around this area. So you're holding it all in your awareness, seeing it as one. And then good people, let's now please, okay, we're gonna go down first in the same way that we just did like with our own 12th dimensional shield. We're gonna set this sovereign field here by attuning to the heart of this place, heart frequency of this place, the heart and soul of this place. Very good. That's high frequency gorgeousness. Okay, then anchoring that heart of this space to the crystal heart of the earth. Now everyone please concentrating on that at the same time. Okay, we call for full rehabilitation of this connection between the heart of this space. And when I say the heart of the space, you know, it's like the heart of the people, the love of the land itself. Calling for rehabilitation, connection to the crystal heart of the planet. This is where we actually need a lot of work. I can feel that. Yeah, I'm just going to say it, that if, you know, the infiltration right now that I'm sensing is very much inner earth. So all things considered, we call for a very, very strong reconnection between people and place and land and the crystal heart of this earth, and the crystal star, reconnecting as much as possible right now in this moment, a sovereign Asheville and surrounding area into the crystal star network of the earth. Okay, and it feels to me like it's happy that we're even doing this. It's like, thank you, like I needed this attention too, right? Okay, so we're gonna hold that, let that connection just be recognized now, please, in the collective consciousness. Good, and as we do that together here and now, again, it just starts to clear out that which is not that. So holding this space in the intention that it is reconnecting into the crystal star grid networks, and that this is impenetrable. We want to just see this as indestructible. It is what is. So if you're feeling any density arising, you can just like breathe in and breathe it out as purification through your source connection. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So good. Okay, and then we will also call for the connection of this entire region to source, so the above ground, right? The source connection. And just envision, as you do, as the medicine woman, person, medicine man that you are, like the reconnection of the energetic grids that hold this space above the earth be held in the source connection. Also part of this crystal star network. Very good. Good people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feeling that. Holding Asheville in this region, this land region, this Appalachia, this, you know, traditional, like cultural, just rich, mineral rich, like land rich place. So we hold that in this divine remembrance of what this is, the truth of this place. Okay, so let's hold that and see what wants to happen next. Okay, so there's a lot here. This is why we're coming back every day, right? There's just so much here. So, okay, so in my work in the last few months, I don't know, year or so, I've been talking about the gold frequency a lot. And like the gold frequency is the like a frequency strand that connects the organic living matrix of creation. So it's like within all of the structural components of creation itself. So in the last few days, what I've actually been seeing a lot is this, and I'm called to tell you about this now, is this like golden umbilicus and it's made of strands of the gold frequency. And this is very powerful. I'm not going to go into this in depth here. I'm definitely walking with it every day. But like, she wants you to know that this is there. Actually, I'm getting more information that we want to actually intend, wow, this is beautiful. Okay, this golden umbilicus like wants to hold Asheville. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so this field that we've created in this, we're gonna just envision Asheville and the surrounding area right now, above and below ground, and just a gorgeous placenta. Like, just see it as held inside of a placenta of creation, let's call it. Oh, it's really beautiful. That's moving a lot of energy. Okay, so like Great Mother is here, right? And she's like, I'm gonna hold this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this placenta of creation, creational placenta, whatever words we want to use, is like showing up. Amazing. I feel the cetaceans. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of support here now. So, and this placenta is held in like what is bringing life to this placenta is this golden umbilicus from the Great Mother. Wow. So I'm like, praise be, because it wasn't quite what I saw before we went in, but I always trust what's happening like as we're in the field. So this is really, it's feeling quite joyful. It's feeling quite generous. There's all this correction that needs to be made, in our collective consciousness about provision, which is a lot to go into right now. Hi, Samantha. But like the Great Mother provides, right? Like, what is the first provision? It's actually of the mother. So here we have like Mother of creation showing up and like reminding us that we're held. And so we're holding this vision, this intention, we're saying thank you, and really she's like doing the work, right? So if you're seeing something in addition to what I'm seeing, like, please put it in the chat. We are all medicine people and we are collaborating in this vision. So you trust your vision, because the way I see is the way I see, right? When I close my eyes to see, I see what I see. You see what you see. And like, it is all important, all medicine and all collaborative. So we need that for sure. So if you're seeing like a Great Mother whale, or if you're seeing the golden umbilicus, please like share it in the chat to be like, yeah, I saw that too. Or I also saw this. And then that helps to build the strength of the field. Okay, so now that we have that piece, now she, like this Great Mother energy, is saying, okay, now you can proceed with the Christos energy. So what I saw before going live today was that like we really wanted to intend for the Christos energy to like return to the structural field of this space. And I feel to say, a few days ago in a session, I was in a session with a powerful medicine woman, and like she'd done all of this feminine work, but her relationship to like the healthy Christos, the healthy, like masculine force of creation. You know, like we can't do anything without it. It's like, you know, the electrification to the matter. So we need this, like, we need to invite this gorgeous, like the Christic frequency that contributes to the architecture of creation wants to arrive. Like, it's here. It wants to help do its part. And now that this, like, you know, now that we're held in this placenta of this great mother energy, now it's like, okay, now call in the Christic, like the Christos, the light, the electrification. And so this feels also joyful, even though there's like so much devastation here and now. We need a template within which to rebuild. This is so important. Thank you for like being here to help hold this. And okay, it might seem a little like too soon to be talking about this because there's still so much devastation, but this is why we're doing the grid work and why we're called to do this. And this is what like we can help with no matter where we are geographically. So when there has been a trauma or devastation, like when you are in that, we've all had those incidences in our lives, whether it's a natural disaster or a personal disaster or just like the hardships of living. When you are in that and you are recovering from that, it is one day at a time. It is like you are coming up and out of the hardship. And as a human being, you have to do that. Hi, Tristan. You have to like do what it is that you can do. And then like something has to hold the structure for rehabilitation. Christina, seeing Mother Earth as a holding area already, the mental level of the collective blocking what already is, we shift the impression we are holding of the area and we see it full and vibrant for the healing to the extent of to extend into the consciousness. Exactly. Thank you. So those that are able, like there are so many suffering right now, and like there are so many boots on the ground right now, and there's so many people surviving right now, and we are holding that all in this field of love. This is not a bypass. This is not a spiritual bypass to those facts. What we are doing is helping to hold the grid and the field with our love, like not with our might, but with our Christos, Sophia aligned consciousness, with our unified intention. We say, we want to hold the field of potential for the resurrection of the greatest like possible outcome for this area. And so if you tune into that right now, when I tune into that, I am amazed at what I see. This came to me earlier as well, and I have full chills right now. My friend Natalie says, you know, this is the hub of the new earth. So I see the new earth. Like when I say, okay, I want to help hold, I want to believe in, I want to help hold the like energetic architecture, the structure of the consciousness and the structure of the actual grids connected to the unified field of the earth. When I say like, I want to support that, I see immense possibility and potential. And it's in a different way of thinking, right? It's not progress as we knew progress before. It's not wealth as we knew wealth before. It is new. So I'm not going to overlay like my definition of New Earth or anything like that. But what we want to do here is invite in both the Christos Sophia, Mother, Father, God, unity, and the grids, the architectural components of creation, to hold the architecture, to hold the structural integrity of this entire space. There we go. So everyone holding that inside of this placenta. This, okay, again, upholding the intention that the Christos Sophia organize the creational structure of this space so that the rehabilitation happens within that consciousness. There we go. Whew. And then we ask and intend and pray that anything that is not that be graciously removed from this space, from this geographic, and that all rehabilitation efforts, all financial, like reconstruction, all reconstruction, all rehabilitation in this entire region be done within this new earth consciousness, within this crystal heart grid, within a structure of unified creation, in alignment with natural law and creation. Y'all feel that? So hold that throughout this space. Hold the intention that this happens throughout this space, throughout this geographic. Like, we're talking every single layer and level of this, like, whole situation, from economic to, you know, like, community structures, how we use the land, like how we're in communion with nature. What we want here, what we intend here, is the best possible outcome for this region, for all its people, for all its land, for all its water, for all its resources, animals, life forms. And that anything that seeks to destroy that natural creational structure be not allowed in, sent out. Be shown to God. Okay. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Monica. Hey, Desiree. So good, so good. Okay. So, good people, before we complete here today, let's bring this structural intention and integrity to our awareness inside the earth as well. So the reconnection of this gold frequency, the resurrection of the structural grids, and the sovereignty. This is very important in the earth. The sovereignty of everything going on in the earth. That's a very broad statement, but we're coming in strong here with big intentions. So I'm just going to share what I am aware of. There is so much more that needs to be done in the earth with this like inner earth work, and the sovereignty of the inner earth work, and also the like there's a lot going on there, and there's it feels like there's a lot of the infiltration is like infiltration. What else is the word? A lot of like the the baddies, the being careful like what I'm putting language to. A lot of the hijacking, right, has occurred inside of the earth. And because we have been unaware of this, it has gone on. And so there's a lot to do here, and this is why we did the 12-dimensional shield before we go in. This is why we're setting our own sovereignty before we go in. And I'm getting the sense that, like, you know, we'll continue with this, but like maybe Facebook Lives are not the place for this. Like maybe it's a little too public or something to really do the work that needs to be done inside the other. I'm just going to continue to attune to it, and I know that will be shown when it's time. But so we don't need to go to war with any of these beings or frequencies, right? That wish to cause harm. Like, we don't need to do that. We also don't need to like feed into them with like all the hype about the conspiracy theories. This is not effective. So if we're intending that a field for a geographic or our own field or the field of like a creation that we have, like a business, anything we're making, if we intend that that is held in the unified field of creation, in connection with the, you could say the crystal star network of like the grids of the earth, and another way to say that would be the structural integrity of creation itself, right? If we are like intending that and holding that in our heart's intention, and the way that we live, and the way that we act, and the way that we like meditate and pray and seek and all of those things, then we will build the strength of the sovereign grids. Like it will, it is what is happening. This is the rehabilitation on earth. So there is a lot of infiltration in the earth, and this infiltration wrecked like the earth grids. And it's interesting that like all of the, or many of the pipes that carry water through Asheville, like the systems of connection have just been totally jostled, and they have to build an entirely new water network in, I don't know the statistics, but I think it's like for 80% of the population of Asheville right now, right? Like we're getting a new water network, like they're burying new pipes in the ground. This is why it's going to be months until some of us have water that's coming out of the sink. And so it's like that with the earth grids also. Like that rehabilitation is happening, will happen the more we connect into, hey Brandy, the more we connect into the golden network of the positive earth grids, the more we connect into that, seeing ourselves as the conduit for that, seeing the heart as the central like hub for that, right? And connecting this heart grid network. So that will rehabilitate the more we awaken to this. And this is why I'm doing these lives. This is what I've been in it for the last few years, like with this realization and like walking this walk. And it's not about going to war with any negative frequency. Like we don't have to do that. And when we are in that oppositional energy to any frequency, we are diminishing our own sovereign power, giving some life force to that thing that we are opposing, where really the walk of sovereignty in connection with the gold frequency, in connection with this like gorgeous resurrection of these grids, like the new earth grids throughout the entire planet. As we walk in partnership with that, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And so it's like to us to be that, like that conduit, to continue to be that source connected, earth connected force of creation, and to not doubt like our role in that. So right now with the flood and the disaster, like I think conscious people on the planet are like, oh my gosh, how can I help? And, you know, I've heard a lot, we talked about it yesterday in the Sacred Remembering community, like I feel guilty for having what I have, this feeling of like, oh no, you know, I have it better than other people have it. So here's the thing, like where you are resourced right now, share resources. Hey, Gina. And there's no need to feel guilty for being a conscious person and having what you have. And if you are on the other side of the world and you care about, you know, conscious places like Asheville, and maybe you do or don't have a lot of money, like you can hold the grid with us. Like you can hold the intention that the grid is sovereign. And I'll just say that, you know, for as conscious as Asheville is, I think this information is still not reaching like many. So if this information is reaching you, thank you. And like, this is the good that we can do. And it's quite important and impactful and powerful. So thank you for doing it. We went a bit longer today and y'all hung in there. Thank you. And you can continue to attune to everything that we saw today, and just like intend in the connection of that central channel of sovereignty, the sovereign rehabilitation of all of the energetic and earth grids that hold this space. Thank you for sharing. Like if you watch this later, drop a comment, you know, share your visions, share what's coming up for you. After yesterday, I heard that some of you were like sharing this out with your communities. Thank you. And I loved hearing what was coming up for you. So if you put comments in the comment section, it will help to boost the post as well, so that like it reaches more people. Hi, Jennifer. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your love for just the planet at this time and this region and all the good people. And we're going to create this new earth together. We are going to create this new earth together. Thank you.